Good morning, everyone. It's 6:30 in the morning, and we got to get going. Um, Today we are fertilizing, so yeah, got to get started early. So I saw the numbers come in last night at midnight, and they freaked me out a little bit because it looks like my veterinary bills alone on the pigs are over $3,600. So that's 3 pigs a day that we need to grow by just to pay for the vet. That's not to pay for the food yet. I mean, we spent close to 40,000 yesterday just on food for a couple of days. So, seriously brings into question the wisdom of this experiment. But here's the thing. I'm running on 9-day seasons. 9-day seasons, I'm getting a new pig roughly every 4 hours right now with a herd of 100. If we can get to 200, which means we can end up with a pig every 2 hours. Now we're talking. Now that's 12 pigs a day. That's $12,000 a day of pig production. Now that doesn't happen year round, of course, but I don't know. This is like there's still a chance. There's still a chance. I'm a little bit freaked out by the numbers right now, but with growth and the exponential production, I'm not sure. I think it's still possible, but unlikely is what I'm saying. So we need to start growing our produce, and because we've only got about $9,000 left now, we got to do it on the super cheap. We will. Whoa! Wait a minute. I'm yammering away, and I'm forgetting to turn. Hang on a second here. Okay. There you go. Here we go. Okay. Whoa. Ah, man. Concentrate, Mark. Concentrate. Okay. There we go. So, yeah. So, with the economy being what it was, after I saw the numbers for our first day, we cannot keep the truck. I had to get rid of that. Even just the daily upkeep costs on that were going to kill us. So that's out. Okay. And that's that. So, okay. So I picked up a fertilizer for this guy. We're going to have to haul fertilizer back and forth just, with this little trailer. Because we are officially on a super duper tight budget. I am pretty sure that we are going to have to borrow a lot of money before this month is over just to stay afloat. So, yeah. Let's see here. 60%. So, which means we can take at least one more of these. And indigo. Okay, that should be enough for now. So, yeah. Now, the good news is we do own a tractor. The bad news is it's a tiny tractor. The other good news is we now have 9 days of spring. The bad news is once we're done plowing everything, cultivating everything, fertilizing everything, I'm not convinced we're going to have enough time. So, today we're just going to do some fertilization on some of our fields. How do I get to them is the next question. I think I have to go through this yard, around this bend, and I think this is one of our fields, and the field over there is one of our fields. So let's start with the furthest one. Okay, what does it look like in here? Wow, it's huge. Okay. So, before we get started, here's our farm. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 big fields, 1, 2 little fields. Here's the idea. This is going to be wheat because we need to bale it and we're going to need to feed it to the pigs. The volume on something like this should be enough for us. This, and that's the wheat is worth, I think it's 20% of our growth. This one is a grass field right now. It needs to be turned into a canola field. This one and that one are going to be potato fields, and the two biggest ones are going to be corn fields. If we run out of any of our other product, they're cheaper than having to buy in the amount of corn we need to buy in. The only one that's kind of questionable is the canola because that's $23,000 a load. So, everything must be plowed. None of it is fertilized. We need 3 stages of fertilization, plus plowing, plus cultivating, and finally seeding. You see what I mean? I may have bitten off more than I can chew now. So here you go, yesterday's expenses. We spent $336,000 just on pigs. We spent $54,000 on vehicles, $27,000 on just keeping leasing that truck to be able to do all that hauling. Still kind of worth it, but you know, because I had to get everything done in a single day. Fertilizer costs, I have no idea what this came from. And I think that's the stuff in the back there that I bought last night. Wage payment, that must have been a follow me from Agnes. And then we have others, 63,000. Oh, who only knows what that is. And the loan interest is 416. So the really big one up here is this, $3,000 on animal upkeep. This is going to keep growing. Like, the bigger our herd is, the more that's going to cost us. Speaking of the herd, we're already at 103 pigs. We're getting a new pig every 4 hours and 11 minutes. Our next pig is due in 2 hours. As our herd grows, the consumption will grow. There's just so many variables in this kind of an exercise that trying to come up with a mathematical reason why this might succeed is kind of pointless. So, nothing like just getting at it though. So let's see here. If I go into here, and we'll do a headland. So, there we go. So I was hoping to get in a contractor at least to do the plowing, but frankly at this stage of the game, I don't think we can afford it. I think that whatever we do, we're just going to end up having to do ourselves. And that means a whole lot of just grinding through fields, grinding through seeding, and on top of that, you know, we're going to lose half days just taking care of the pigs. So it's this is not an easy exercise. But it was a curiosity. I got nothing else to do. Let's go for it. All right, that load is done. time to head back and refill it. Might be worth it for me to actually go and get the Land Rover and bring it into the field instead of having to run back and forth. So hang on a second. Where's the barn from here? Okay, we'll leave him here. Let's see if we can find our farm. Ah, there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to run back and grab the Land Rover and bring it closer to us. That way refilling will be easier. That was 3 bags of fertilizer right there. So chances are I'm going to get 2 fields done today. And then I will need to run back and get more fertilizer from the shop. That's going to take time, and I don't have time. Speaking of time, I'm still running my experiment on 5 times speed. I find that's a pretty comfortable pace. Oh, I keep forgetting this one's on the other side. Okay. Oh, come on. Nice and gentle. Oops, dropped some. Ah, now I'm stuck in the wall. Okay, the mirrors are a little bit off on this thing. So let's just try to do it with this one mirror here. If I go down like this and then go up. Can I see the trailer? Yep, I can. There you go. So I can use the middle mirror to back it up. Good. Okay. Pick up those 2 bags. Them back in. Come on, stay in there. Okay. The thing about this experiment is that it's all on equipment that I've used before, but haven't used for about 3 months, so makes it a little bit more complicated for me to get used to it all over again. Okay, now back the trailer in that direction. Good. I think I hit a fence there, but it was a gentle tap. We'll be fine. Okay, let's head to the field. Now the thing about this being on a super tight budget is that you can forget about hiring people to do any of the work at all because they're charging $2,000 an hour for courseplay. And even the in-game hired workers are like $11.50 an hour. So we simply cannot afford that. We will have to do everything on our own. Hardcore, man. Playing it the hard way. I've said it before, though. I mean, I could get a map which has absolutely massive fields and get absolutely massive equipment, cheat in a bunch of money, and use a loader to bring pallets to the seeder and to everything else. But, you know, it's just farming. It's just a different scale of farming. So, though this may look more painful, seriously, actually more fun. I'm going to get to do all of it on my own without having to manage horseplay or anything else. So, to me, that's what the real fun of the game is. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. Okay, where is it? Is it this one? I'm not sure where I ran out. Oh well, cruise control on and sprayer on. With this ground texture, it's pretty hard to tell what I've already fertilized and what I haven't. Forced to choose between missing some bits and overlapping some bits. At this stage of the game, I'm going to miss some bits. I just can't waste the fertilizer. Okay, there we go again. And that's it. Okay. Well, we're doing pretty darn good, actually. This load may very well finish this field. Oh no, we got a lot more. Easy peasy. Okay, so refill that again. One, two, and three. Oops, dropped one. There we go. Beautiful. Oops. Okay, you know what? Let's open up this door too. Can I open up that door? See, the IC is not working for me right now, and I don't know if it's a conflict with my track IR or what it is, but it's kind of annoying me. Anyway, let's go. Sure wish that cell phone tower was on our land. We'd see some income from it. Okay, let's start at this end of the field. And just finish it off. Okay, well, there's just one bit left over here. How do you know I did it by hand? It's because I missed a lot. So we're just going to get the fertilizer down to 40% because each one of those bags is 30%. There you go, 40%, 39, that should do it. Let's go fill it up and move on to the next field. Should also check the time. It is now 9:25, so that took us 2.5 hours to do that field. So let's see here. Field 20 is a little bit bigger. Field 19 is a little bit bigger. I think I'll get my 3 main fields done today. That means we have a half day tomorrow to finish off some of the bits. And then, yeah, a half day tomorrow of fertilization. Then I got a line on a plow for not very much money from a contractor in this area called Simulate. He says I can have it for a song. It's not a big plow, but I'm budgeting 4 out of 9 days for plowing. So that should be more than enough time for us to get it done. That's the theory anyway. So on that note, yeah, I'm going to move on to the next field. You guys don't need to watch me going up and down for another 4 hours. But I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully we begin plowing up these fields. We might have to do a little bit of animal care too. You guys have yourselves a great afternoon, and we'll see you later.